Please subscribe to my channel to help me grow. I knew something inside me had snapped the moment the words left my mouth. They weren't loud, but they were sharp enough to split the room in half. You always brag about being the man everyone respects, I said, each syllable deliberately steady. Funny, because I know something they don't. My husband, Adil, froze mid-breath. His pupils tightened. I had never seen fear in his eyes before. Not like that. The dinner table between us suddenly felt like a battlefield. The air was thick with the smell of overspiced rice and burnt onions, but all I could taste was bitterness. I told myself I hadn't meant to humiliate him. Not really. I only wanted answers. I wanted him to look at me the way he used to. I wanted him to feel something, anything, instead of hiding behind that new, cold quietness that had swallowed him for months. But the moment I hit where it hurt most, I realized I had crossed something sacred. He blinked once. Slow. Controlled. "What exactly do you think you know?" he asked. The way he said it made my ribs tighten. For weeks, I had suspected something. Late nights at the office. Password he wouldn't share. A shift in his cologne, then a shift in how often he wore it. But the signs were subtle enough that I kept rationalizing. He was stressed. He was tired. I was overthinking. He wasn't cheating. He couldn't be. Yet none of those excuses quieted the dread crawling beneath my skin. So tonight I pushed. Too hard. I looked him in the eyes, desperate to see guilt, to confirm the narrative that had kept me awake night after night. "I know you've been lying to me," I whispered. Adil leaned back. Not angry, not defensive, just resigned. His silence was worse than a confession. And suddenly, all my anger cracked into fear. What if I was wrong? What if I had just wounded a man who was innocent? My voice trembled. My chest burned. "Adil, just tell me," I said softer now. "Please." He exhaled, shoulders sinking. "You humiliated me in a way you can never take back." His words hit harder than I expected. Shame washed over me, thick and hot. I tried to swallow it, but it stuck in my throat. "I didn't want to hurt you," I said. "Then why did you?" His voice wasn't raised, but every syllable carried weight. "Because I was scared. Because love feels different when you can't trust your own instincts. Because something in his eyes had been drifting away from me slowly, quietly, until I barely recognized the man who came home every night." Adil pushed his plate aside. "I wasn't cheating," he said. "Not the way you think." My pulse stumbled. "What does that mean?" He hesitated. His jaw shifted, like he was wrestling with a truth he'd buried too deep. Finally, he spoke. "There was someone," he said. "Someone I wasn't supposed to talk to anymore. Someone I promised I'd cut off. But I didn't. Not completely." The room spun slightly. "Who?" I asked. He closed his eyes. "My ex." My stomach dropped. Not a full-blown affair. But emotional betrayal can bleed deeper than physical touch. That kind of connection lives in the shadows, in silences, in late-night messages that say far more than they type. I felt the floor tilt beneath me. My anger drained, replaced by something colder, heavier. "I wanted to tell you," he whispered. "But when you humiliated me tonight, something changed. And now I don't know how to fix this." I looked at him, really looked. He was guilty. I was guilty. We were both standing on ashes. His eyes didn't look the same because he wasn't the same man anymore. And neither was I. Our trust had cracked open, revealing everything we had both tried so hard to hide. The damage was done. And we both knew we might never recover from the truths we forced into the light.